Hey y'all, I'm here to show you how you can import a sitemap into Google Sheets, which could then be used for all sorts of analysis on those, whether it's assessing the reading level of each of those or the content intent. You could analyze the tech on each page. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do with a sitemap inside here, and I've just found it was difficult to get a sitemap into Google Sheets with any kind of regularity. I guess you can always copy and paste, but so much cooler. Okay, this is a Google App Script Enhanced Sitemap Tools is what Claude ended up calling it. This was me programming a Google App Script with not coding experience other than a lot of back and forth with ChatGPT and Claude when I needed to fix things. Things have gotten better over time since I created this, but this is how it works. So you just click import the sitemap. You'll be able to put in a sitemap URL, or as we can see here, this is available. Sitemaps are often available if you look at the robot.txt files of any website. So if I did this and went here, I'm going to see the different sitemaps that are available on here. This tool was built for letting you pick what to run. So it's analyzing the index, the sitemap structure, and it's going to ask me which sitemaps I want to bring in. I don't really care about those. Probably categories, not right now. If I'm doing a content analysis, I'm most likely in a WordPress and site structure, probably a post and a page. The rest are usually like tags and stuff like that. So if I wanted to analyze anything about the categories, this might be useful right there. But I'm just going to select those two for now. And it's going to ask me if I wanted to add it to an existing sheet, which there are a lot in here as I've been testing, or create a new one. I usually just create a new one. I can, well, let's just leave it blank. See what the current version does. It's supposed to name it according to the domain that it's capturing. So let's see if it does that on this version. Okay, it did not. So my version beyond this would have done that. You can see down here, it will go away in a sec, but you can see that it didn't put the name of the domain on there. It gives you a little recap of what it pulled in and how many URLs from each one. This is just what it's able to do if it's that type of sitemap. I still haven't tested it on that, but that's what it's doing. So right now it's bringing in a URL, a last modified date, which often isn't very telling on a lot of sites because they don't actually update those. But WordPress does a pretty good job. So you can see here that these are different dates when the content was modified. A lot of times change frequency and priority aren't included in those kind of sitemaps. So if I just went over here, that's all I see with this. So this is actually a rank map sitemap plugin, but I think WordPress is similar in that it doesn't bring in those types of things. It brings in how many images are on that page, the URLs. Right now, I would expect it to bring in these image titles and captions if they are there. So I'll have to dive into that. But at the very basic level, we've got a list of URLs inside of Google Sheets from our stated sitemap. That works really well if you have a sitemap. If you don't have a sitemap, there's other ways to do that, like using a screaming frog crawl and crawling the site, and it will actually let you output the sitemap. That assumes that all of your URLs that you want to analyze are crawlable. If they're not linked to from somewhere on your site, if they're orphan pages, you're not going to get those URLs in there. But yeah, if you want to play around with this and give me any ideas or see how it works for you, let me know, and I'll shoot you over a copy. Take care.